So, Dread. Come and gone. More to come, obviously, because I gotta do 100%. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take my headphones off because it's been a long day. I think the padding on them is right. But anyway, Dread. Wow. So, where to begin? No Ridley, which I was pleasantly surprised about, but also a little upset. Metroid without Ridley. That doesn't mean just shoehorn him in the next game. First and foremost, the environments. I think they were very good. I think the art direction was very nice because there wasn't a lot of familiarity outside of the Chozo stuff, and obviously Kraid. The X's. You know what I mean. This is a new planet. We can't have the native life be the same because, new planet. We don't have, the beetles from Talon 4. We don't have any of the worms from Zebes. We don't have anything like that. So all of the new life, even in the endemic life, very cool. Bringing back the X so soon, like immediately, I don't know. Don't necessarily know on that one. I'm still kind of trying to digest that. Gameplay-wise, since this was the team that did the Metroid 2 remake, that game had a lot of faults insofar as relied heavily on melee, to parry, counter, everything. And then you just go ahead and you blast your enemies, and that's how you win. And it was like that throughout it. And I understand, every game's gotta have their gimmick, but that was the game. You just press X and then you press Y to win. That was the game. Here, we still get that, but it's dialed back a bit. It's still the number one way to get your resources. So it's a little bit upsetting that the combat is still sort of around, if you do that, you will win, but if you don't, you will fight. Correction, if you can do that, and you do that, you win. Let me put that little amendment in there. Control-wise, I think for the most part, the controls are relatively nice and tight. I think I have some technical difficulties with my Power A controller that led to some difficulties, but I think the difficulty was a little bit artificial with the Emmys, because even though you do technically get 2 chances to save your ass, I feel you are beyond a pinpoint precision to save yourself. And I think that pads out the game time. Some of the boss fights as well, I feel like they are meant to put you in a huge coliseum to battle. That's the scope of the fight, but instead they put you in a closet. Some of the fights felt really claustrophobic, and I don't quite feel that really serviced and really let the combat shine. Some of the new abilities that we get are really cool. It's nice to see the Seeker missile in 2D format here in Dread. I think the way that it was executed was good. I do think that, and maybe I was just speed reading through it, maybe I read it incorrectly, some of the directions weren't necessarily as clear as they could have been. Like, it really took me up until the very end to figure out you just press R, you hold it for a little bit. That window could have been shortened up, I think. And then you just paint up the enemy and you just light them up. Paint it and light it. You can level a city with that. So the new abilities are pretty awesome. The art direction is great. The controls, the actual controls themselves were very good. Story. Again, bringing back the X immediately after Fusion. I feel like there was a lot of bad blood with the Federation. That's the implication, especially with Other M, considering that now they've cloned Metroids twice. We're just going to let that go. And now we're working for the Federation again. What's going on there? Great to delve into the Chozo lore a bit. Now we have the different tribes, and we get to really see what's going on. That's cool. It's good to see that aside from just Talon 4, there are other planets out there inhabited by the Chozos. That's really cool, expanding on that lore. We get to hear the Chozo language, which again would have been the best opportunity to hear her speak. But Other M. What's next? So there's one Metroid left now. But who knows? Aside from the Metroid and the former CO of the Metroid, that doesn't really work for the Galactic Federation. Right? I don't know. So a little contradictory cliffhanger. Now are all the Chozo gone? What else is out there? Are there more X? Are the X going to be weaponized? We don't know. Will that Metroid suit come out again? Will she become a Metroid again? Will that be something in future games we are able to control? Will this lead directly into Prime 4? Who knows? Overall, I think that the hype for this game leading into it, all the way back from the old Nintendo Power magazine, the Not in Prime 3, it's good to see it realized, but I think the 9s, 10s, 9.5, I think that's a little too high. I think that all things considered, it's an 8 out of 10. Would I say I got my money's worth? Mostly. I do feel that this probably could have been a 3DS game and we would have all been good. I feel like the $60 was mostly because of the technical back end to make it run on the Switch. But with that being said, it's not bad. It's good. It's really good. I got extremely frustrated. Obviously. Swore more times than I would have liked. God damn it. But I did have fun. I am going to go back and do another playthrough. I played through all the Metroid games twice except Other M. I'm going to do that again soon. Not immediately. Maybe I'll go back, clean up, get 100%, and then try the final boss again. We'll see. And Thomas. There you go. It's the first time I said her name. I said it correctly, goddammit. Okay. It is 2:40 my time. I have collectively spent 27 hours with Dread. My laptop has been on. My hard drive that I'm saving all of this footage to has been connected to my laptop for the amount of time that I've been with Dread. My audio interface has been connected in for, again, the same amount of time as I've been with Dread, and that's it. Future plans, I am going to go through all of the numbered Metroids. or their respective remakes if I can. We'll see about 2. I don't like the original versions of the original and 2, but we'll see. We'll see. And then Primes. Because there's a good rumor we're getting a trilogy for the Switch. So, where does this fall on the overall list? Not the best. Not the worst. I think it's hanging in there right with Zero Mission. I think it's a good blend of Zero Mission and Fusion. So anyway, bring on Prime 4. Okay, that's it. I'm done with Dread for right now. I'll come back to Dread later, maybe in a week or 2, and clean up. So for VOD purposes, there will be other post-playthrough parts, but it is what it is. So for those of you who came out, you popped in for a little bit, I appreciate it. Thank you. It means a lot. That's my playthrough. Thank you for spending the time with me. That's my review at the end there. Hope it helps. And more Kraid. That's a question I have. How the hell did Kraid wind up in Dread? Like, what? Why? There's a lot of questions that I have. I'm still absorbing a lot, but those are my first thoughts. That's my overall review. 8 out of 10. All right. Thank you, everyone. Again, I'm done. I'm not going to stream anything else. We're good. Take care.